everyone, welcome back once again to my math session. In this video lesson, we are going to discuss about the probability exercise 13.1. This is a chapter 13 of class 10th. We were also doing this chapter in our previous video, that is the introductory part, the concept, everything. Now, the concept and the introductory part for any chapter is very important. I keep on stressing in all my video sessions, because with that concept and the introductory part, we are going to solve the problems very easily. Right, now let's get started with the exercise 13.1 of the probability. I'll read out here in your textbook, exercise 13.1. The first and the second bits are the fill in the blanks, right? They are the blanks here. Complete the following statements using these all the blanks. Now these are very important bits, and you can easily get them by seeing the previous video, wherein I have discussed with you the concept of the probability. If you know the concept, you can easily find out the blanks. Now, I don't want to ponder upon these blanks because you need to practice these blanks. So, by clicking on the I button, you will be notified with the previous session of the probability. Go through the video and solve these, fill in the blanks. I hope you will do that. Right. Now, from the third one, the third bit, we have the solutions, the verbal problems. Now, let's do the third one. I'll read out for you the third one. If P of E is 0.05, what is the probability of not E? Okay, that is the third bit. The first bit and the second bit are the fill in the blank questions. Okay, you have to practice them. Third bit, given that P of E is equal to 0.05. Now, here the question asked is P of not E. Not E means the complementary E bar, isn't it? Now here asked is not E, probability of not E. Hence we all know that the formula that P of E plus P of not E is equal to 1. This is the formula. Okay, this P of E, the event to happen, and P of E naught is a complementary, that is the event not to happen. Okay, now here their summation is equal to 1, that is the formula. From this we can easily calculate P of E naught is simply 1 upon this minus, not upon this, to the other side if you shift, this becomes minus. So P of E, that is 1 minus P of E, will substitute 0.05. Now here the silly mistakes you make, students, because here 1 minus 1.05, right? This, how do you subtract? 1 means 1.000. Now, after the decimal, the 0 has no value. So, 1 minus means you have to keep decimal point upon the decimal point only for subtraction or addition, right? Likewise, you can subtract. This is the rough part. So, here by subtracting you will make silly mistakes, so don't do that. Here this comes to 5, this is 9, this is 0.95, right? So not E, the probability of not E is 0.95, right? So this comes for half mark questions or 1 mark questions. Note the problem, students. The fourth one, a bag contains lemon flavored candies only. Malini takes out one candy without looking into the bag. What is the probability that she takes out? In that first bit, an orange flavored candy. In the second bit is a lemon flavored candy. Here the bag is containing only lemon flavored candies, right? Here. And also Malini takes out one candy from the bag without looking into it. Randomly she takes out one candy. Now here asking us to find out the probability that she takes out orange flavored candy was the first bit. Here the first question is an orange flavored candy. Now are they Sorry, orange. Are there any orange flavored candies in the bag? There are only lemon flavored candies. Okay, an orange flavored candy. Now we have to calculate the probability, okay, of removing one orange flavored candy. Here there is no chance. Here this is an impossible event because the bag itself contains only lemon flavored candy. So Malini takes out one candy, will be surely only a lemon flavored candy. So the probability of getting an orange flavored candy is 0. It is an impossible event. So the solution, you can write it in verbal. It is an impossible event because there are no orange flavored candies. Event. Hence, we can write hence for an impossible event the probability is always 0 because the favorable outcomes are 0 upon the total outcomes. Okay, so total outcome 0 upon anything is 0, isn't it? So hence the probability is 0. So simply you can write like this, is 0, right? Now the second bit in the same question is it is a lemon flavored candy. Now what is the probability of lemon flavored candy? Now here the bag contains total of only the lemon flavored candies. Okay, Malini takes out one means every possible chance of getting only lemon flavored candy in all her attempts. Okay, so the probability here is, it is a certain event or a sure event. We call this as certain or sure event because the probability is 1. Because how many candies, let there may be 100 candies of lemon flavor, whenever she takes out, she gets always the lemon flavored. So the possible favorable outcomes are 100 upon the total are 100. 100 upon 100 is 1. Likewise, it is a sure event. Sure event. We can also call it as a certain or certain event. So for a sure or a certain event, what is the probability? The probability is 1. Hence, probability is 1. Please make a note. Pause the video and note it. Now the fifth one. Rahim removes all the hearts from the cards. What is the probability of? There are 4 parts in the question. The first part, let me write the first one. Getting an ace from the remaining pack. That is the first part of the fifth problem. See here, Rahim removes all the hearts from the cards. Now, I have explained in the concept video that the deck of cards has 4 suits, isn't it? So, total how many we have? We need to understand the cards first. So, total cards are 52 cards. The playing cards, the deck of cards. Okay. So, in that 52, in that 52 cards, we have 4 suits. So, in each suit, we have spades. Spades 13 we have. Right. And hearts 13 we have. So, each suit contains 13 cards. Okay. Then here diamonds. Diamonds we have 13 and clubs 13. And also we discussed that the spades and the clubs are black colored. Right. Whereas the heart, these two are red. These two are red cards. Okay. Spades and clubs are black cards and hearts and diamonds are red cards. So we should have that concept of the cards. Now we will see the question. Rahim removes all the hearts from the cards. See, Rahim removes all the cards of the hearts means this suit of hearts is been removed by Rahim. So total remaining are only spades, diamonds and clubs. That we will write. So deck of cards. How many we have in the deck of cards? We have total 52. Right. Now the hearts are removed. So remaining cards. So remaining cards, after the hearts are removed, so 52 minus 13. Hearts means in that we have 13 cards again. 13 are removed. So this comes up to some 39. Okay, 39. 52 minus 13 is 39. And now the question is, removes hearts from the cards. Getting the first, in this there are 4 parts. Okay, the first solution I'll write here. First one is getting an ace from the remaining pack. The remaining cards pack has 32 cards. Okay. In this, getting an ace is A, the card A. So in all the suits we have A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 A's are there. Okay. But hearts are been removed. In hearts, 1 ace will go off. Okay. So in this red card of hearts, 1 ace will go. So the remaining ace are only 3. Spades ace, diamond ace and clubs ace. So the remaining are only 3 ace, right? So in the formula of probability, let me write the formula. Number of favorable outcomes. I have written the short form here. Favorable outcomes by the total number of outcomes. Right. See here. Now, favorable outcomes are here. The question itself is the probability of getting an ace from the remaining pack. So, the ace are only 3. 1, 2 and 3. So, hearts also 4, but hearts has been removed. So, only 3 ace are there. So, the favorable outcomes are 3 upon total number of outcomes. Here the total is not 52, but after removing the hearts the total will be, because he is asking us to find out the probability after removing the cards. So of the remaining pack, so the remaining pack spades, diamonds and clubs, this is 13, 13, 13, that comes to 39. Okay, the remaining pack has 39, isn't it? So the total outcomes are 39. In that 39, the favorable outcomes are the A's, which are spades, diamonds and clubs. Okay. 3 by 39, we can cancel it. 3 ones, 3, 13. So that is 1 upon 13 is the answer for the first bit. Now the second bit, I'll tell you the solution. Now we'll read the question here. Getting a diamond. Okay. From getting a diamond from the remaining pack, it means to understand. Now the hearts are being removed here. These hearts are being removed. So 1, 2, 3, that means 39 is the total. Total outcomes is 39. Getting a diamond. Diamonds are total of 13, because from 2 to the J, K, queen and ace. So all we have 13 cards, all the 13 are diamonds, isn't it? So the favorable outcomes, diamonds are 13. So here P of E, for me favorable outcomes are 13, because 13 diamonds you have. From the remaining is again 39. The total outcomes are 39. Okay. So this comes 13 once, 13 thrice, that is 1 upon 13 is the answer. No, 1 upon 3, sorry, here. So I was seeing whether this and this, how can they be same, because this is 1 upon 13, this is 1 upon 3. Right. If it is given that in a group of 3 students, the probability of 2 students not having the same birthday is 0.992. What is the probability that the 2 students have the same birthday? Now, the group of 3 students are there. The probability of 2 students not having the birthday is given. So, not is given. The complementary of the probability is given. Now, we have to calculate the probability of 2 students having the same birthday. Now, let us suppose here the 6th problem. Let the 2 students, here what is given for us? 2 students not having same birthday. Let the probability P of E be the 2 students not having same birthday. Okay, I am supposing the probability as the two students not having same birthday. Same birthday. So this is given already. Not having same birthday given as 0.992. That is, therefore, our P of E, that is not having same birthday by the two students, are 0.992. So, what will be the complementary here? P of E naught. Not of not means happening, isn't it? Students not having. So, P of E dash will be students having same birthday. Having the same date, okay? Same birthday. So, that is our P E bar, E dash, that is a complementary. But we need to calculate from the formula. P E plus P E dash is equal to 1. Isn't it? This is the formula. Now we will substitute. We want P of E dash, that is equal to, if you substitute here, if you shift it, P of E just, so 1 upon 0.992. So that we will calculate in the rough part. 1, so 0.00 you have to take, 0 point upon point only we have to take. So if you take the subtraction, this is 8, this is 0.0. So hence, having the same birthday is, the probability of two students having the same birthday is 0.008. Please make a note. Let's see the next problem. Now the seventh one, a die is rolled once. Find the probability of getting. The first part is a prime number, the second is a number lying between 2 and 6, and the third part is an odd number. Here the question is, a die is rolled once. Okay, the possible outcomes when a die is rolled, because the die is cuboidal in shape, it has 6 faces and also 6 possibilities, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right. Find the probability of getting a prime number is the first part. We have to find for a prime number. Now the first solution, alright. Now how many possibilities, total outcomes or the sample space? We also call it as a sample space, isn't it? Total outcomes when a die is rolled is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That is, altogether we have 6 outcomes. Right. Now here the possibility of getting a prime number. Now what are the prime numbers here? This is a prime number, this is a prime number, this is a prime number. So prime numbers are here 2, what's this? I am writing even numbers. So okay, prime 2, 3 and 5, isn't it? Sorry, 2, 3 and 5 are the prime numbers. So that means 3 prime numbers are there. In when the die is rolled, we get 3 possibilities. So the probability of getting a prime number is the event. Here the event is probability of getting a prime number. Now the primes are 2, 3 and 5. So favorable outcomes are 3. Total outcomes are 6. 3 upon 6. So 3 once, 3 twice. So 1 by 2 is the answer. Now in the second one, the second question is a number lying between 2 and 6. Now the number between 2 and 6 is, from 2 and 6 or 3, 4, 5 are the numbers. Okay. Here numbers lying between 2 and 6. So what are the numbers here? 3, 4, 5. So the favorable outcomes are 3. 1, 2, 3, right? Now, the probability we need to find. Probability formula is number of favorable outcomes by the total number of outcomes. Favorable outcomes are 3. The total outcomes are again 6. So, this is again 1 upon 2. 3 once, 3 twice. Now, the third bit here is an odd number. Now, we have to find an odd number. Now, how many odds are there? 1, 3 and 5. Isn't it? So odd number. Odd numbers here are 1, 3 and 5. So total are 3 favorable outcomes. So the probability of getting an odd number is number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. So number of favorable outcomes are 3, total are 6. So 1 upon 2. The same answer we got, but they are different. Here prime numbers asked, here the numbers between 2 and 6 asked, here the odd numbers, right? So we have calculated the probability. Please make a note. Let's see the next one. Now the 8th problem. What is the probability of selecting out a red king from a deck of cards? Now here we understood the deck of cards. It contains 4 suits, spades, hearts, diamonds and clubs. Each suit contains 13 cards, and spades and clubs are black cards, whereas hearts and diamonds are red cards. Here question asked is probability of selecting out a red king. Now king is there in all the 4 suits, right? In spades, clubs, hearts and diamonds. But we want to get a red king. So the possibility of red king is only 2 favorable outcomes, because only 2 kings in hearts and diamonds we have red, and in that kings only 2 red kings we have. That is the favorable outcomes, and from the total deck of cards, so total outcomes are 52. So the probability here is, we'll write, so the red kings are 2. Okay. 1 in hearts. Where do we have the red color? Hearts, and other in diamonds. Only in hearts and diamonds we find red ones. Others we have on black kings. Okay. So red kings are 2. So total deck of cards contain is equal to 52. Right. So favorable outcomes here equal to 2, because we want to find the probability of red king. So favorable outcomes are 2. Total outcomes, this is the total outcomes or the sample space. We can write total outcomes. Okay. Now we will find out the probability of getting a 2 red kings. So number of favorable. So favorable are 2 and the total from the deck is 52. Number of favorable outcomes by the total number of outcomes is the formula. So if you cancel 2 ones, 2, 6, 26. 1 upon 26 is the probability of getting red kings. So the 8th problem, please note it down, and we have, okay, please make a note. And the last problem, that is for you to practice, because the first and the second are the fill in the blanks questions that you need to practice, and the last problem you have to do it, because make 5 more problems of this kind using dice, cards, birthdays, and discuss with your friends and teachers. So just quote 5 more examples of your own, out of your own knowledge, just quoting the 5 more examples, that is for you to practice. Okay, with this we have come to the end of the exercise. We will look forward in our next video lesson with 13.2 exercise. Thank you all.